I think things are changing largely because of the fact that you've got kids who are at the forefront of advocacy. The fact that you have advocates like Emma Gonzalez calling BS on everything and every excuse every member of Congress gives her over and over again is powerful. The fact that you have young advocates who can talk to senators and say, why won't you stop taking money from the NRA? Is really powerful. And I think it's going to galvanize a whole new generation of advocates, not just young people, but also their parents. I didn't really have the right lens on gun violence that I should have, especially being an elected leader. And when I became appointed for the U.S. Senate, I had the opportunity to begin to meet with families who are really suffering from gun violence. That was a pretty profound moment for me, just to recognize I really didn't have this right. There are kids who are afraid to go to schools because they don't feel it's safe, and that's a horrible thing. I've talked to people who had to navigate how to walk to school to stay clear from gangs and gang violence. I mean, it's a reality for a lot of people today beyond these mass shootings. And what's so important about the Parkland kids is they've made this an intersectional movement where all kids from Chicago, from the Bronx, from Brooklyn, from Buffalo, from places that have a lot of inner city gun violence can also be part of this national narrative, even though they're not victims of a mass shooting, but they have shootings every day in their community. I support the Second Amendment. I think there's a lot of common sense things that most people will overwhelmingly support, even NRA members, even gun owners. And I think what the NRA is doing to create a toxic national conversation about it is morally wrong. I think that it is immoral. And I think these kids taking on the advocacy for this issue is going to transform the debate to an issue of, do we care about our communities? Do we care about the safety and well-being of our children? Are we willing to fight for our children's lives? And why does an advocacy organization such as the NRA have such an outsized influence? Why is the greed of gun manufacturers more important than the lives of our children? And when you begin to really create that dichotomy that this is greed versus lives, it becomes very, very clear. Because the only reason why they don't want to ban bump stocks is because they make money. The only reason they don't want to ban silencers or suppressors, as they call them, is because they just want to make money. The only reason they don't want to make it impossible for a teenager to buy an assault rifle is because they just want to make money. It is about the NRA and greed, and you have to just call it for what it is.